Okay, it's windy, so I'll try to hurry. This is just an update on my onions. Started pulling a few of them. When the tops start falling over, like that, then they've pretty much done everything they're going to do. Some of them, the tops are still standing up, so I may not pull all of them. I've already pulled a few, and we've had some for supper. They are very, very sweet. Just, let me get out of the light here. Just excellent, excellent onions. Not hot at all. And one thing about it, and I realize these are in the raised bed, so if yours are out in the field, you know, your soil is maybe not this loose, and so you may have a little more trouble in this. But if you just put the very tip of the onion set in the ground, like I told you in the first video, then when you pull, it's just that easy. And you got just a little bit of roots. And that's all that was in the ground, just the root, pretty much. You can see where the line, the soil line is right there. So the majority of that onion was sticking above the ground. Anyway, that's let's get a little tape measure here. Let you see that onion. So that's 3 inches. 3 inches across. Pulled a few probably bigger than that. This one, let's see, top's over on it, so just pull that up. Shake the dirt back in, because that's expensive dirt. Anytime you do a raised bed garden, it's expensive dirt. And that one is about 3 1/4. About 3 1/4. Anyway, excellent onions. These again are the Granix. They call them a white Granix. They come in white or yellow Granix. It's a 1015. Look at Texas A&M, an Aggie, Aggie 1015, and that's what these are. But let me stop the camera for just a second, and I'll show you some that I've already pulled and how I'm drying them. Okay, to dry onions, they you need them to be windy, which we have got wind right now. For the next 3 or 4 days, they're expecting 25-mile-an-hour winds here in Texas. So windy we got. But anyway, windy and what's a good one? Windy and hot. Again, we have both of those. That one is 3 1/2 inches. 3 1/2 inches. That is a good one right there. Bigger than baseball. What I'm doing here is just, I've got a couple of rabbit cages with no rabbits. So I'm just spreading them out. You don't want them touching. You want the sun to be able to hit them. You want the wind to be able to circulate in and around and under them. So I figured this is a good way to do it. Some people lay them out on a concrete floor, maybe their garage or something, and turn fans on. But God's providing quite a bit of wind right now, so I'm going to let Him do it. And there's another one down in there that's almost as big as that one. But anyway, they get good circulation on top and underneath, and just don't let them touch. And you can string them up. One of the best ways to keep them, if you want to keep them for a long time, keep them through the winter, make sure they're real good and dry, and or even while they're green, as soon as you pull them, braid or tie the ends, the tops. Don't let the onions touch, but tie them up something like that, where they won't touch, and where the onions themselves won't touch. And maybe put you a string right there, or a tie wrap or something, and then just go from there and just have a maybe 10 or 15 of them hanging, and that way. And then when you want one, you just come in there and just snip it off right there, and the rest of them are still hanging. Take the bottom one, snip it off. Just a good way to dry them, and you can do that in a barn. If it's going to rain or something, I'm gonna have to bring these in. So and we don't have rain for the next week, they said. So I'm not concerned about that. But anyway, so that's why I've got them outside. Otherwise, I think we would string them up. We did that last year, and I've got some that that I haven't pulled. Probably this is only about 1/3 of them. So I will, I may very well string those up. Anyway, onions. Next year, try to get you some sets, plant them shallow, stick that root in the ground, and just a little bit of the onion, and then pinch it off real good. And so you seal the roots off. And then I composted these real well, and boy, these are the best onions I've ever grown. Last year they didn't get near this big. It's because I put them in the ground too deep. So don't plant them deep. Just barely put the root in. You can see where the soil line was on this. The vast majority of that onion was sticking above the ground. Well, you saw them. Anyway, and also I put a note in the last one about fertilizer. These are very, very sweet. Last year I had a few that were just a little hot, not terribly. But it's because of the nitrogen fertilizer. Nitrogen fertilizer makes them, can make them hot. So anyway, that's my little drying rack. Just a couple of sawhorses, I got plenty of room left for, I could put the rest of them out here, and I may do that. But once they start drying, those tops get a little brittle, and they're a little hard to tie up from the tops, like I told you. So I don't know. I may just leave these out here and then tie the rest of them up. We like to tie them up. It's kind of pretty to see them hanging around anyway. Anyway, grow you some onions. Easy on the nitrogen fertilizer. Plant them shallow, and use compost when you can. I probably used a lot of compost. I probably used some, it's an organic fertilizer, man. It's not much. It's like a 2-1-1 or something. Not a whole lot to it. Smells basically like just straight manure. But anyway, hey, grew a heck of an onion. Who cares what it smells like? Look at that. And I got lots more just like them. Anyway, got some garlic over there. Got a little bit of garlic. So, anyway, that's it. Texas Prepper. We're gone.